Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're exploring something really fundamental. The difference between what's called a victim mentality and fostering a growth mindset. We've all seen it, right? Like, picture two people, same situation. Maybe they both lose a job. One person thinks, typical, I'm just unlucky, the world's against me.
Right.
The other one, they might feel the blow, sure, but then they ask, okay, what did I learn here? What's the next step? Same event, totally different paths.
Exactly. And our goal today is to really unpack the psychology and even the neuroscience behind why that happens, what locks one person in and what helps the other move forward.
So this victim mentality, it's more than just like complaining.
Oh, definitely. It's a recognized psychological pattern. It's
Yeah.
this persistent feeling of being powerless, you know? And a key feature is having an external locus of control.
External locus, meaning you think outside forces run everything.
Pretty much, yeah. You constantly attribute problems to things outside yourself, things you feel you can't influence.
And the research points to specific ways of thinking that keep people stuck there.
Yes, there are three main cognitive distortions that often show up. First is interpretation bias. You tend to see situations as more negative or threatening than they actually are.
Like a neutral email from your boss becomes proof they're out to get you.
Exactly that. Then there's attribution bias. This is where you automatically assume others have bad intentions. That guy who cut you off, he meant to do it to you.
Okay.
And third, memory bias. You selectively recall all the times you felt powerless, which just reinforces this narrative that, things always go wrong for you.
Wow, that sounds like a really powerful feedback loop.
It is. And scientifically, it connects back to learned helplessness. This was researched by Martin Seligman back in the 60s.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, it showed that if you repeatedly experience situations you can't control, you eventually learn to feel helpless, even when later on you do have control. You just stop trying.
Okay, so let's bridge this to the brain. If someone's caught in that loop, are there actual, physical changes we can see?
Well, the sources suggest measurable differences, yeah. Altered brain activity, particularly in areas crucial for decision-making and problem-solving. Specifically, some studies point to potentially weaker connections between the prefrontal cortex, your rational control center, and the amygdala, which handles fear and emotion.
So the fear reaction kind of wins out over the rational thought.
It seems that way, yes. The emotional response can default faster. But here's the crucial part: neuroplasticity.
The brain's ability to change itself.
Exactly. The brain isn't fixed. It can form new connections, reorganize itself. If helplessness can be learned, well, so can agency.
And that leads us to the growth mindset. Right, Carol Dweck's work.
Precisely. The growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, your intelligence, even your circumstances aren't set in stone. They can be developed through effort, through learning.
It shifts the question from why me to
what now, or what can I learn? And the impact is real. Better school performance for sure, but look at that study on aggression.
the one with high school students.
Yeah. Just 6 short sessions teaching them that people's behaviors can change, significantly reduce their aggressive actions. Just understanding change is possible can drive change.
This is really important, and we need to be clear for you listening. Experiencing actual harm, real victimization, that's completely different from developing a victim mentality.
Absolutely critical distinction. Bad things happen that are outside our control. The mentality is about the learned pattern of response afterwards.
So how do you break that pattern? What does the research say works?
Well, a major tool is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It's about learning to identify those automatic negative thoughts, this always happens to me, and actively challenge them.
Asking, wait, is that really true? What part of this can I actually control?
Exactly. Then there's cognitive reappraisal. This is about consciously reframing. So instead of I failed because I'm stupid, you make yourself think, okay, that approach didn't work. What did I learn? What's next?
And doing that actually rewires the brain.
Brain imaging suggests it strengthens resilience pathways, yes. You're building a new metal road, basically. And finally, building self-efficacy.
Proving to yourself you can have an impact.
Right. Start small. Set tiny achievable goals where you can clearly see your action led to the result. Each little win builds that belief. I can affect things.
So the big takeaway here seems to be that these mindsets, they're learned. They aren't who you are fundamentally, and they can be shifted. It's about reclaiming your power to choose how you respond.
It really is. And maybe one final thought, drawing on Viktor Frankl's work. He found that truly resilient people often find meaning in their adversity. They refuse to let trauma be their whole story. They transform it. They use those hard experiences maybe to help others or contribute to something bigger. So maybe ask yourself, how could some of your most difficult experiences be reframed, not just to cope, but to fuel a purpose beyond yourself?